Hi, my name is Rachel Larson, and I am the Assistant Dean of Academic and Career Development at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln College of Business. One of the areas I oversee is our Business Career Center, and one of my passions is working with our students on their career development and helping them find their career paths. I'm joined today by one of our fabulous international students, Bruno Salles, who's here to tell us a little bit about his internship. Welcome, Bruno.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Rachel.
Well, why don't you start by telling us where you're from and what your major is?
Absolutely. So I'm originally from Brazil, and I came here to Nebraska for college in 2021, and I'm studying accounting. I'm a junior now.
That's great. Now, I know that you've had a really great internship experience. Can you tell us what you did as an intern and where you interned at?
Yeah, absolutely. So I interned at Deloitte during this last summer, and I worked as a discovery tax intern, which is a little bit different than the standard accounting internship that you see. And in accounting, you usually have that question that every single accounting student has, which is audit or tax, and it's a big conflict for us. So this discovery internship is special for sophomores, and they have the chance to understand and get to know the industry before actually making that final decision on what industry they want to work, if it's audit or tax. So I work mostly understanding the industry, doing networking events and working on projects with fellow discovery interns.
So it sounds like you got exposure to responsibilities that were associated with both the tax side of accounting and audit, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's really great. So how did you find your internship?
So it's actually an interesting story. It might even sound scripted because I ended up finding my internship because of the BZ 222 prep class that we have here in the College of Business.
Yeah.
It was the start of my sophomore year, so I wasn't really looking very avidly for internships, but I knew that in that class I would have an interview with one of the employers, and since I was an accounting major, I was thinking to myself, I might as well just get one of the big accounting firms and see what it's like. And as I enrolled to be in that mock interview that we have in that class, I started researching more of the company, looked over in Handshake, the internships they had available, and they had one for sophomores. Perfect.
Yeah.
I kept doing my research and went for the interview very prepared, and I was very well received by how my performance was, and they told me that I should apply to the actual interview, and I did, and from there everything kind of worked out.
Oh, what a storybook story.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, you did mention the Professional Enhancement Program courses. Yeah. So the College of Business has a program called the Professional Enhancement Program, or PrEP as we like to call it for short. And this is a series of 4 classes designed to help you learn more about yourself, how to find internships and jobs, and then how to transition to life after college. So what has been the most valuable part of those PrEP classes for you?
It's a lot. It's actually a lot. I think those prep classes really help set the tone for what a Nebraska business student is. So I think it started with the resume. In the prep class that I found out about Deloitte, there was a big focus on the resume building. And I saw from the get-go when I talked to the employer how the resume was very well built and would definitely help me get in the door, because that's the main thing you want to do once you have your application done. So resume building is definitely a huge thing. I also think that preparing for the interview is huge. I later on did the BZ 333, which focused a little bit more on interviewing prep, and it really helps you not be as nervous, be ready to ask good questions, and just lead a good impression into the employers. So I think you just become this more confident and professional student for your career once you complete those classes.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Especially because that was the purpose of the classes. So to know that they're doing their job is really wonderful.
Yeah.
Talking back about your internship, what do you feel that was your biggest accomplishment in your internship?
I think the thing that I'm most proud of is the connections I've built, especially being an internship that had trips and conferences that you met interns from all over the country, I never kept myself from introducing myself to someone and going to talk with people from different places and perspectives. So just getting to meet not only interns, but also more senior employees at Deloitte helped me expand my network and expand my knowledge and just completely change my perspective on what accounting is, what Big Four is, and what the industry is.
So was your internship located in Nebraska and then you got to travel in other places, or how did that work?
Yes, so I was in the Omaha-based office, but I got to travel twice, once to training in the Dallas office, and also Deloitte has a facility called Deloitte University, where they host all the company-wide training, and over 300 interns were at this conference from all over the country, and we had 3 days of speakers talking to us and development training, and also there was free Starbucks, which was amazing.
We can always use a free Starbucks.
Yes, you can always use a free Starbucks.
Well, what skills did you develop as an intern that you think you're going to use in your future career?
I should say networking, since that's the thing that I mentioned that I'm most proud of. I think just knowing the right people on that wherever industry you are in whatever point of your life is definitely huge. So just how knowing to present yourself, having your elevator pitch. I know it's something we talk a lot here in the College of Business. Besides from networking, I also think that teamwork is a huge thing. Every company will tell you that teamwork is very essential for any position. So being able to work in a project with a solid team, working online as well as working with people in Minneapolis, you have to develop those skills to manage time and how to handle conflict as well through a Zoom screen. And I would also say communication skills. It's definitely something I hear more and more for professionals when I ask questions, that your fundamental technical classes are important, but when it comes to writing an email or presenting an important topic for a client or handling sales, communication is just huge. So just getting yourself out there and being in front of people, asking good questions, and just improving those communication skills was huge for me.
Great. Well, thanks for sharing your internship and your story, Bruno. We love having you part of the Nebraska business family and just enjoyed learning about everything today.
Yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure to share it.